Hello everyone, this is Tim Perfect from Tucano Software, and I'm here in my basement bunker, ready to show you a project that I'm working on, which is somebody has been stealing yard signs from our neighbors, not from us yet, but that will come a day. So I've decided to use the power of IoT to prevent or at least detect when this happens. So what I did is I purchased the Adafruit Huzzah32 Wi-Fi chip, which is here. You can see here, which is great because it has both Bluetooth and Wi-Fi on it, and it connects really fast to an access point. So I'll show you that in a second. But I need a way to detect when the sign was stolen. And so I originally had this idea of having a switch like this, which is a normally closed one. And so when you press it to close the switch, it's open, and then when the sign's stolen, it does it. This is like a toggle switch that you use in like a mouse or something like that. But then I got a suggestion to use this one, which is it detects metal, and it's a switch. And this one, it has a normally closed version, which is great. So that means that when there's a magnetic field or a piece of metal near it, it'll be open, and then when it goes away, it'll be closed. So luckily the signs themselves are, there's some magnetic legs, right? And so what happens is once it gets near this sensor, so I can show you that, it's actually a little bit magnetic. So if I put this on here, you can see that it actually sticks to it, but it doesn't actually have to be against it. It can have a little bit of space, and I'll show you that in a second. So what I have here for my setup is I have this Huzzah32 Wi-Fi, which I have it's set up to connect to my Wi-Fi and call Zapier, which is a web service that provides webhooks, and they can call lots of other services. All I have it connected up right now is to a something that sends me a push notification using a service called Pushover. So this connects up to the Wi-Fi, which is kind of nice. It uses WPA2. I have a guest network that I set up for this. And then it does a HTTPS web call using a certificate or trusting the root that's built into the firmware. I'll make all this code available because it's cool. Most of it was the sample project, just did some modifications to it. In terms of the wire, so I have this sensor hooked up. I didn't hook it up to a GPIO pin to detect it because one of the nice things about doing it this way is it literally won't turn on until the sign's stolen. So when the sign's removed, that switch closes, it provides power to it, it boots up, and within 6 seconds, usually about 6 seconds, it'll then push, I'll get a push on my phone, which is pretty cool. The rest of these wires are just the battery because it has to have a little circuit to be able to switch the power on and off. So literally it just provides power and that's it. So let me show you how it works. So I'll set the sign right next to the sensor. And now somebody comes and steals the sign. And you can see that the LED will turn on when it's ready. There it goes, turns on. And I got a push notification. It takes about 6 seconds. So the idea is that this is embedded in the ground. So I'm going to put it in a little enclosure, put it on it, and just set it near the sign. And when somebody pulls the sign out of the ground, I get a push notification. It's not limited to just push notifications, mind you, because once you get this webhook, I can tie into Zapier. I can then trigger a webcam to turn on, floodlights to turn on. I have a Wi-Fi enabled power strip, so I can kick any kind of power thing on it as well. I can even send myself a phone call or somebody else a phone call if I wanted to. They have all sorts of ways to hook in to be able to do those kind of things. So just getting the webhook is it's kind of the thing that kicks it off. It's the sensor that's out there. I have to do a little bit of work to make it it's weatherproof, but other than that, it's pretty much ready to go. I got to make the circuit obviously more. I got to put it into an enclosure and solder it down onto a board, and I'll post follow-ups, but it's coming along well.